Thank you.
Okay. Pedestrian infrastructure is very important for our city, but over the years, Christchurch City has become less pedestrian friendly, not just to get to places, but also for the population's health and well-being. It's time to make changes to improve pedestrian infrastructure. In the next 10 years, the council plans to spend over $200 million on pedestrian infrastructure, some solely for pedestrians and some on so-called cycle paths, shared paths, some of which are incorporated in cycleways. But present infrastructure is built for wheels, not feet. Pedestrians interact with a foot strike, whereas wheels roll over the surface. These completely different actions require different surfaces. Foot strike sends forces back through the body. The harder the surface material, the greater the force. Hence the need to have pedestrian surfaces that are either natural, like grass and dirt, or as close to a natural surface as possible to satisfy other requirements. Even perhaps more important as a transport network, the health and wellbeing benefits are substantial, as you can see here. But unfortunately, the beneficial pedestrian infrastructure is not. Christchurch and Banks Peninsula ground structure and climate results in many pedestrian paths never getting muddy, yet the council spends money laying asphalt and shingle on these to the detriment of pedestrians. The best infrastructure for pedestrians are natural surfaces like grass, dirt and sand. Where there are other requirements, artificial materials need to have no greater force of impact on the body than these. Additionally, no camber and a firm surface, unlike shingle. Examples of vehicle dominance result in negative pedestrian provision. Top right going clockwise. Some roads have pedestrian cages. New subdivisions may not have footpaths, just shared paths, and with e-bikes and e-scooters will become increasingly congested. High bikes and scooters are often left on footpaths, creating an obstacle. At intersections, often cycle paths mount footpaths. Increasingly, footpaths are becoming shared space. Unlike older guttering, every driveway is sloped across the footpath, creating a sideways camber for pedestrians. The amount of asphalt in parks is increasing. Putting a pedestrian symbol on a cycleway does not make it pedestrian friendly. The new 4-metre wide cycle paths often give no alternative for pedestrians, as the edge space is on steep slopes. In parks and outside the city boundaries, especially Banks Peninsula, it is best for health and enjoying nature when a pedestrian. Please keep pedestrian paths natural. Urbanising natural paths and spaces costs money and downgrades the experience. Steps on the left are safest to use and blend into the poor hill surroundings. I first ran the natural path on the right over 40 years ago, and it's remained like this. It doesn't need shingle. Shared paths can exclude elderly, family groups with children and disabled, and be unpleasurable for pedestrians who use them. There is a need for pedestrian-only public spaces, which will encourage us all to be more active for our health and well-being. Pedestrian-friendly surfaces and surroundings will increase the distances that people can commute by foot. Replacing the present pedestrian provision to the best for pedestrians will be the better use of $200 million and be the biggest health benefit for residents in your 10-year plan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for presenting right on the spot of the time frame that we've allocated, so thank you very much.
It's taken me hours to get down to 3 minutes.
Well, sometimes it's a more effective use of time to actually do focus on what really matters in terms of what needs to be said. So I thought it was a very powerful and effective presentation.
Well, this was such a huge topic to try and get into 3 minutes.
It is.
But I hope councillors and you, the Mayor, will really think about pedestrians and even encourage the government to think about making more use of recycled rubber tyres to be used for pedestrians rather than just burnt for electricity.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.